to truth about social media for business without the hype, the jargon and stuff that the bulls make. Very important episode today. This is the most important of a lot. Don't get this right, pretty much you forget about it, because one or two things happens with social media. One is you run it, second one is it runs you. What we're talking about today is your mornings. Now most people jump up first thing in the morning and pick this thing, straight up, okay? Facebook, email, Twitter, YouTube, whatever it may be, throws them into a tailspin straight up. They've got all these different things, their mind's racing to 100 different things, whose birthday it is, who's posted as something that's annoyed them, so they've got to go over and rebuff them or whatever it may be. And they're completely thrown into reactive mode. The day is shot to pieces before they even start, because they've just got out of control because they're letting it run them. So the option is, I heard this one the other day, it's a very good option, is flight mode. Throw that thing into flight mode overnight. Use it as an alarm clock to get up if you have to still, but just remove the distraction straight up and hop up and have a routine that you get into to get yourself planned and set for the day. Now I'm going to put a resource actually below here. I want to recommend a book to you. It's called The Miracle Morning for Entrepreneurs, and it's written by, or partly it's written by a guy named Hal Elrod. I highly recommend checking him out. Another guy named Hal Elrod, but they've got a website as well, so get hold of the book, you get that on Audible, grab it on Amazon, whatever it may be. But they've also got a resource on their website that you can go there, get it as part of the book, it's a giveaway with the book. So you can go there, it's got all the resources you need to plan a day out. Now, when you look back at people that really kick goals, really get results, that all have morning routines. Some go down to as extreme as you look at your Steve Jobs and Mark Zuckerberg, where they have actually got the same clothes that are set out the night before, so they don't even have to waste any time thinking about what they're going to put on for the day. The clothes are set out, ready to go. Now, that's a bit extreme for me. I like to wear different pretty shirts and all the rest of it. I want to decide what I want to wear in the morning, but there's some really good stuff in there. Great stuff for if you're like myself, mine tends to race to 100 things. One of the big things I've found, and a lot of people are going to believe this, but probably a lot of laugh at it, is meditations. One of the things, just come and give yourself 10 minutes of quiet time. There's an app that's mentioned in that called Headspace. Headspace is an app, a really good app. Highly recommend that you do that, and it just gives you a set routine. It even gives you a method, like if you're not a morning person, and I'm not, I always used to say I need 4 coffees in the morning before my heart even starts beating. My guys on site never used to come near me until I made coffee. A lot of them, it gives you a little habit to get into, to even get yourself out of bed, because that's the hardest bit to start with, of course, is actually not hitting the snooze button. And they talk about that in the book, how bad that is, hitting that snooze button, how bad that is for your day, just that one habit. I teach you how to break that. I give you a couple of different strategies of what to do with the exact things that you should do when you hop up out of bed. That's it. If you don't get your mornings sorted out, it's not going to happen. Your day's chaos for a start, and you add social media to what's already chaos, you're just going to get massive amounts of chaos. So you must get on top of it. If you don't do this one step, if you don't follow this one video, forget all the rest of it, because none's going to work without this. That's how serious I am about this today.
Most common mistakes people make with their posts. Give us like 3 to 5 your worst nightmares.
Dead simple, straight up, talk about themselves. I just did this, I just fed my cat, I just posted a photo, I just posted a video. No one cares less about what you did, not even your mum, okay?
And the average consumer is damn lazy. They don't want to work for the information, they want it to be fed to them. And these devices feed it to them. I mean, everybody's got a phone coming out of their body now. It's a body part.
All these automated get 10,000 followers garbage. Forget all that stuff. Anyone starts sprouting that, run as fast as you can. People, because it's free, people see it as free, they tend to post everything in the hope that someone will click on it, watch it, read it, go over there. If you had to actually pay for it, and I wish they would, I wish they'd make every post that you had to put up someone had to pay for, people would think twice about what they had to do and whether that anyone would actually read it or take any notice of it. And a big tip here is, if you're not sure whether you should post it or not, you probably shouldn't, and have a look at it from not your own eyes, as in this is my bit of stuff, I'm going to post it out and see who likes it. Read it and go, would I actually post that? If someone else posted that, would I read that myself? Would I click on it myself? Would I take any notice of it? And if the answer's no, go back and redo it.
To the truth about social media. When we talk about social media, without all of the hype, the jargon, and stuff that bulls make. All the stuff that you don't need to know. Yesterday I spoke about getting your mornings right. If you haven't watched that episode, head back to episode 2. Today we're going to talk about something almost as important, vitally important as well, and it is strategy is not your problem, psychology is. I actually proved here that strategy is not your problem during this episode. Now, this idea wasn't something I came up with, it was something I was listening to a podcast episode that had Tony Robbins, you probably all know, and another guy called Peter Diamandis. And Tony was talking about, on the episode, he was talking about weight loss, and we're going to transfer this straight across to marketing. Now, if you think about it for a minute, if you've been on Facebook for any length of time, you would literally have to work very hard to not know the secret strategy for getting 1,000 new likers, flooding the shop with sales, 4 steps to this, 10 steps to that. There's hundreds of different strategies out there, okay? You literally have to be working to avoid them, to not know what they are. Problem is, you're literally bombarded with all these different things. Every marketer and his dog, like myself, is trying to show you all these different strategies, and a lot of them, majority, are very, very good, and they will work. But the psychology behind it is that you get overwhelmed, you get frustrated, you don't know where to start, and you never ever do anything. What Tony was talking about with the psychology behind it, you have to find ways to make yourself follow through, actually like watch this video and then go, all right, I'm going to take something and do it right now, what Beanie said. Not, oh geez, that was a good idea, I must do that, and forget about it and gets pushed aside and never ever do it. You got to find ways to make yourself follow through and get it done straight away. Yesterday I talked about the miracle morning. Yeah, you must get up and get your morning right. That's part of the strategy. In the next couple of episodes, we're going to talk about an idea that Charles Schwab paid $25,000 for back in 1908, which is to help you get stuff done, the psychology. And we're also going to have a look at an app. I said today, I'm going to look at it in a couple of episodes' time, which is again to track your progress, get that psychology behind it, get you actually doing stuff. Not just going, that's great, it's going in an overwhelmed bucket because I just don't have time to deal with it. Alright, so I said at the start of the show I was going to prove to you that strategy is not your problem. So what I'm going to do today, below this video, in the comments, I'm going to start posting links to different strategies. So I'm going to find 50 of them for you. 50 different strategies that you could take and use today. It's not your problem anymore. Your problem is, will you actually learn, use, and actually follow through on one of those? Now, I get people saying to me all the time, oh, I've tried social media for my business, but it just don't work. I tried everything. And I say, well, do you really try everything? And they go, oh no, I tried 1 or 2 things. If you really tried everything, something would have stuck, something would have worked, somewhere along the line you would have hit something that actually worked. So when people say they've tried everything, they have tried everything. They've tried something didn't work, and they give up. Again, comes back to psychology. Another part of psychology, a little bit off track for today, but we're going to talk about, keep an eye out for this episode down the track, the croc brain. I'm going to use an example where they try to give $100 notes away in the Rocks area there. They had $16,000 to give away, and they barely give away, I think it was about $1,700. Again, comes back to psychology. Not your psychology, but the psychology of the person that you're trying to get the attention of, that you're trying to make the sale to. If you're liking these episodes, you know someone else that needs to see them as well. Do what we say in the construction industry and share it like you stole it.